how to describe it, but it's like one of the best, if not the best broth. I'm not just saying that. I do not like induction. I do not like induction. I like induction. I like induction. I like induction. I don't think I'm making any sense, but. Okay, come on in. Good boys, good girls. Good boy. Frankie, get it. Go. So it's been about a little, maybe a week since I posted the last video. And as you can see, I still have Gary. I haven't found a forever home for him. I am on the fence of whether or not I'm gonna keep him, only because, selfishly, I've spent the past 2 years planning my life around doing this van trip around America. And to have an extra dog, it was not in the mix. I don't feel comfortable, I'm not confident with him yet. I'm learning. Gary is in full-time training though, 3 days a week. He's learning how to use place. He's learning just general manners and commands and how to manage his own feelings and emotions. And he's doing amazing. And I'm super thankful. It's called Jackpot Canine. I'm gonna show a little bit of B-roll stuff here of me going there. They're magicians. And it's making me rethink like, oh, maybe I wanna be a dog trainer too and do this and train dogs a couple days a week. I think the world needs a lot more dogs that are trained and people that are actually trained in dog behavior. Yeah. Jackpot Canine in Austin, Texas. If you guys are looking for any kind of dog training, I highly suggest them. I'm not being paid by them. They are doing me a favor by taking Gary so quickly and teaching me how to train him so he can come with me. And if I do decide to keep him, that means my plans are gonna be delayed and I'm gonna have to wait at least few months, if not longer, to get him to the point where I feel confident that I can take him out in the van with Frankie. This is what we're gonna be using. 3 garlic cloves here, I already peeled ahead of time. I got some cherry tomatoes here. I'm gonna use plant-based butter. Say what you will. I think it's great and it works well. 1 block of extra firm tofu. 1 onion. I have about half a bag of baby pak choy, super inexpensive at the Asian market. 1 head of broccoli, 2 ramens. I do not care what the brand is. I don't care. I just want the noodles. And these are like $1 a pack. You can use silo noodles, rice noodles, whatever gluten-free ones you want if you are gluten-free. Collards, mustard, and turnip greens. First thing I'm gonna do is prep up the greens. This is a big enough bowl. It'll hold the hot water. Get them all out in the open. I can see if there's anything in here that I want to get rid of. All right, these are good as is if we want, but what I like to do is to cut them up, at least either in half or in quarters, because I think they're a choking hazard like this. And I'm gonna mix these with the greens we have in the bucket here. I'm just gonna pick off anything bad that I might not use, like a little bit of yellow here. Give these a quick rinse, because I want the dirt to like fall to the bottom. As I take them out, I don't just pour them over. I take it out kind of like we would do when we're washing leeks. You can see there's a little bit of dirt in there. See that? Just quick edge on the knife. Jam these out. Are you good, Gary? Quarter these. Half, half, half. Boom. Super cool. Bite-sized pieces into the bucket with the greens. And we're just gonna jam them out just like that. Don't like this one. Anything you don't like, move it. Maybe closer to a couple more. And then, I already filled this with water. I'm just gonna turn that on. Perfect. Very carefully. I wanna do it carefully because it'll splatter, and boiling water is not fun to be splattering. It's the best way to cook simple greens like this. Tongs, give it a quick stir. Now I'm just gonna let this sit in here for a little while. The water can actually cool. It's not gonna overcook them. It's just gonna be perfect. They're perfectly blanched. All right, next up, we're gonna work on this onion. Next up, broccoli. I'm gonna get rid of this little part right here. Just a little bit. They're gonna end up being bite size. So I'm just gonna trim the branches, just like flipping a tree upside down. Trim the branches. And that's gonna give us all these little baby pieces. This is perfectly fine to eat. You don't need to peel it or anything. So what I'm gonna do is slice, 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 and then just rough dice. No waste, perfect. And then these little ones, cut them in the middle like that, and then you can pull them apart, or you could cut all the way through. Depends how perfect you want it to be, how much time you have. So bite-sized broccoli, boom, boom. So you can use your knife, you can use your hands, whatever you find faster. I just like to cut. Some of them you don't have to at all, and then you get these little clusters of them. And if you do that, they just come apart super easy. Consistency, like I want them all the same size. I am making a lot more, cooking a lot of extra veg. I might as well cook the whole bag of greens, cook the whole head of broccoli, that half a bag of pak choy. I'm just gonna cook them all. Yes, I'll use a good amount in each of these recipes, but I'm also gonna have a lot left over for tomorrow, where I can have for lunch, or dinner, or add it as a side, or just eat it whenever, second lunch or second dinner, whatever. I eat a lot all the time, and I'll eat it cold, or I can heat it up if I feel like it. It's up to me. Who knows what kind of mood I'll be in. Fill these cups up, it'll probably take 2. If you want to buy them at the store already prepped up, it's just a little bit more money. It just depends on your situation. I normally don't buy things that are already chopped up just because I like chopping. I like practicing with my knife skills. It's like half the price. Quick wipe of this, and I like to have a dry towel and wet towel. Clean as you go. I'm never gonna stop saying that. 3 cloves of garlic. You can do 1 at a time, you can do 3 if you're skilled enough. Remember, hand, claw, and just slice as thin as you can. After I do garlic, I always clean up my board a little bit. This way I'm not cleaning up at the end. And then just wipe it down really well with the wet cloth. And then a dry one, quick one. Boom, done. This is our mise en place. Our garlic, a little bit of butter we're gonna use later, sesame oil, tomatoes, the noodles, broccoli extra, the greens over on the side, and our tofu. For the tofu, slice in half. I'm just gonna leave it whole like this. Check this out. This is super green and it's cool now, but it's perfect. Drain this. Gonna let this sit. Perfect to let it drain. I could either keep this in the refrigerator. I have greens all ready to go for tomorrow night and the next day. Done. Boom. Next part, I got the broccoli. I emptied some of this one into this. So I'll use a little bit. It's about half. And now I have all this for tomorrow or the next day as well, prepped and ready to go. I got a new induction burner. I'm testing out a couple different ones for the van, if and when that does happen. I haven't used it before, so this should be fun, and you're gonna see it all. You're gonna see me fumble. This has 2 burners. One here. Just gonna put a little bit of water in here. Cast iron works on induction, which is super nice. Feel some heat. We're in luck. Oh, I just like gas, to be honest with you. I'm just the old school. This is loud, the AC is loud. I'm gonna have to talk a little bit louder. I'm gonna use a little bit of this pork rub, seasoning rub. It's just a pre-made blend I bought at the store. And I have a little bit of oil here. This is just for the tofu. Just a quick sear. And I gotta remember the heat and induction is in the center. Gas is on the outside, so it's just totally opposite for me. And I'm learning as I go here. Might look a little bit too complicated because I'm doing so many different pans, whereas if you want to just be quick about it, you can all do everything in one pan, but I want to impress a friend of mine, so let me know below if you guys work with electric, if you work with induction, if you work with gas. What do you work with so I understand like the majority of what's cooking on? Because honestly, my preference is gas, and I think most chefs, can't speak for everybody, but I think they would agree. It's very difficult for me to wrap my head around the not seeing how hot the flame can be. I want to form a little bit of a skin on the tofu. Added flavor, crisp on the edges, and then soft in the middle. It'll be a nice texture. I'm gonna add a little bit of the seasoning to the top. season as we go. Water boiling, and I'm gonna use this to add the noodles to. I'm gonna pre-cook the noodles. This is one step, so everything's ready, so when a guest comes over, all you need to do is heat it up and serve it, like I would do in a restaurant. Flipping this one now, boom, season. Again, if I just do a little bit on each side, I just want that hint subtle flavor, and these noodles are done. Shut this top one off, move it to the side just for a minute. I don't want them to overcook it all. Grab the strainer. Dude, shut up. Just gonna strain these out. Right there. Leave them. Seasoning on both sides again. Dun, 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 dun. Smells delicious. It's a really nice seasoning. Tomatoes, I'm just gonna add these right to it because I want to blister them a little bit and might as well use that hot pan. Beautiful. Moving this to the side because it's less heat on the side and more heat in the middle for the tomatoes. Tofu, I'm just gonna put right in this container for a minute. Hold that. It's okay if it cools down. I'm gonna get these tomatoes done. Every single item is gonna have a unique flavor that's gonna add and build to the dish. We're all about building flavors. Also, the thing about induction is I have a hard time feeling like it's okay to move it around, slide it, because I don't want to break the glass. Move these tomatoes here with the tofu. So they're right there. In this pan, quick rinse. So many noises, so many noises. A little bit of oil. Wipe out. Oh. I don't know how I feel about induction and all these beeps. And then once we get that wiped out, save it for later. The Heston, I know this works well on induction, so we'll use this. I want to introduce Two River, one job, Derek, one job, Two River mushroom broth. This is lion's mane broth. I have been talking to these guys for almost 3 years, since I was in England. They have been wanting to work with me, and I'm like, I can't do anything until I get back to America. So I'm back in America, and you know, I'm a big fan of mushrooms. Lion's mane is one of my favorites. These guys, when they sent it to me, I was super skeptical. It's like one of the best things. And yes, I am working with them. They're sponsoring this video, and I'm gonna work with them more. You can get this product online, direct to consumer. I'll put all the links below. The first functional mushroom broth made with lion's mane. It still has all the nutrients that you get from eating lion's mane. So many ideas in what I want to use this broth for. Cannot recommend it enough. It is so freaking good. And I know in the fall, they're gonna be launching nationally in all the Sprouts. And then I know they're in a bunch of different other stores. Heat it up just like this. You could drink it like this. You can make a soup. Yeah, I'm gonna save the other ideas of when I actually make those recipes. But for now, we're gonna make this amazing next level ramen with it. Why are you not working? All right, you guys, induction. All right, this is on. Let's get that nice and hot. So I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of butter because I want a buttery richness to it. This is the plant-based butter. And as that's melting down, I'm gonna add the onion that we julienned. I'm gonna add the garlic slices that we did. While that's going, I'm gonna cut this. Don't want to lose any. So I want to saute these onions so they're translucent. Smells delicious. I do not like induction. I like induction. Good girl, Frankie, good girl. I don't want to burn the onions. I'm gonna add the broccoli in here. Tomatoes. This thing. Shut this thing off so it shuts up. All right, so we have all these greens, and what I'm gonna do is we're gonna use like one container. Have all this for tomorrow or the next day or whatever. Perfect, yeah? And we'll use these. You know what? I don't even want to use this thing because it's like fucking me up. Yeah, all right, you guys. So, you know I'm trying to use this induction for the sake of the video and for the sake that I need to learn how to use one in the van. But it is super frustrating because I'm not used to it, and I don't want I don't want to get used to it. I want to use gas. But I'm trying. I'm just gonna get a little bit of sear on these. I'm gonna add the broth, and it looks beautiful. It's such a beautiful deep color, and it's just reminiscent to me how like I would eat ramen with animal products in it, which I'm not doing. I'm just gonna push all this stuff down. I'm gonna bring this back to a boil. For this, I'm also gonna add water to it. So I'm gonna dilute by 1 box. And we're gonna bring this to a boil. No cholesterol, no sugar added, vegan, adaptogenic, good source of protein, low in fat, low in saturated fat. Lion's mane mushroom, guys, all the benefits. Kind of need more memory, brain power, especially the way I'm doing this video. What the f? Honestly. All right, guys, I'm trying to do, I want to sear the greens. And this is kind of getting hot, just a pain in the butt. I'm gonna use a little bit of oil, just a little bit to coat the bottom of the pan. So I'm gonna use a little bit of sesame oil. Yeah, it's hot enough. So I'm gonna add the greens right to it. I was having fun until I broke out the induction. I'm super interested in hearing your experience with induction burners, if you like them. My brother's much better at them than I am. I guess I need to practice. I like having 6, 7, 8 burners around me where I can cook a lot and not do one at a time, but I understand that that's not how everybody else is. I'll work with it, and I'm learning. Sear these greens off so there's a lot more flavor into them. Get a little bit of the crunchy bits in it, maybe slightly browning of them. So I want to taste this first. Oh man. It's super good. So I'm not going to add any salt to this per se. I'm just going to add it to the greens. Just a little pinch here. Not too much. And a little black pepper. All right, so we have the salt, pepper, greens, and I also have some black sesame seeds to this. I don't know if I have any white sesame seeds. Saute that up. All right, guys, I'm busting out this little baby cutting board I got from a friend of mine. And this is it. Just small. I always put a wet paper towel or something to hold it still so it doesn't move around, just enough to hold this down. That way it won't move. Safety first. So the snap of the skin is really nice. I can tell this tofu came out. It's perfect. Frankie, sit. Good girl. It's super good. Okay, good girl. Okay, tofu's done. The greens are done. I'm shutting that part off. How do you just shut one off at a time? This is like ridiculous. Oh, I'm so frustrated. So frustrated. I'm just cranking this up so it comes to a boil. All right, running under hot water to loosen them up. And I have the noodles here, and you can use tongs or you can use your hands. I'm gonna use my hands because I can measure them out much better. Make sure it's even. I can tell. Yep. Beautiful. Fantastic thing about this broth is it does not need to be seasoned. It is ready to go. That's what I love about it. Like it's already one flavor component of this dish that is gonna just make it over the top. I don't need to add anything else to it. Every single thing else has its own flavor. It will sit in the broth. It'll meld beautifully together when we serve it. So you know, one of the things I noticed is the broth is just ready to eat and go as is. So I want to make this creamy, and to make it creamy, I use oat milk butter to make it a little bit fatty. If you want olive oil in it. So I have the greens, and these are nice and hot. I also have the tofu. Just spread it out like this on the top. It's not hot. The broth is going to make it hot. The broth is boiling hot. Now I'm just break into the veggies into the other side of it. Turn that right on. I'm so excited to eat. I'm starving. So the broth, wow, yeah. So good. The broth is so deep and so rich. It reminds me, it's probably the closest thing to like a meaty ramen that I've had. Loads of veggies, super good. The greens, I love it. But the broth, you guys, so good. It's just super. It's like one of the best, if not the best broth I'm not just saying that. I wouldn't work with them if I didn't like it. And I love the product. That's why I chose to work with these guys. I love their story. I'm gonna go visit them soon. And to be working with real companies and brands that are doing some amazing things. And to have and be able to represent the first functional broth to be sold. Lion's mane mushroom. And they have like maitake coming out soon, a chaga one coming out soon. I'm so excited. Super appreciate you guys. Thanks for bearing with me. If you guys like this video, check out these videos over here, especially the lion's mane mushroom, because this would make an amazing sauce for that one. Thank you so much. Cheers.